The thought of a twin flame lover is one of the mostly mentioned matters inside the world of New Age spirituality. Twin flames are believed to be mirror souls that unite in numerous lifetimes. They arrive again collectively once more on this life to fulfill their unfinished enterprise. Whereas these beliefs could seem far-fetched, there are numerous individuals who have discovered love with their twin flame and vice versa. Let's check out what twin flame lovers really are and all the pieces you need to know about them. Twin flame lovers. Twin flame lovers are individuals who have discovered love with their different half. They're typically destined lovers who are drawn to each other by way of highly effective emotions of affection and connection. Twin flame lovers typically really feel that they've identified one another for a very long time and have a deep reference to each other. If you have discovered love along with your twin flame, then you have discovered a lover who's deeply related to you on each degree, together with spiritually. Twin flame relationships are sometimes based mostly on the concept of a romantic soulmate. However, they're additionally far more than that. As twin flames, you and your associate are related on a soul degree, so you can actually perceive one another in a manner that's far more profound than some other relationship. Oftentimes, this relationship is characterized by a sense of figuring out the opposite individual from the get-go, even when you've by no means met them earlier than. However, let's check out the idea behind twin flames, the dual flame concept. The dual flame concept is the concept that there are two halves to each individual. One half is historically a male counterpart, and one half is a feminine counterpart. Nevertheless, it's not all the time based mostly on gender in any respect. The idea goes that at first these halves have been separated, however are nonetheless drawn to each other over the course of many lifetimes. In every lifetime, the dual flame is the one that can carry the two soulmates collectively. And because the twin flames come collectively on this lifetime, they're supposed to have a really deep connection that's far more important than a daily romantic relationship. They're thought to make each other whole, which clearly begs its personal doubts and questions. However, the place does the concept of dual flames even come from? What's the origin of dual flames? The origin of dual flames is one thing that many individuals have requested. We don't actually know for certain the place the concept got here from. However, there are a number of standard theories. The primary concept is that the concept of dual flames comes from Plato's story about how God created people. In his story, he stated that God gave people 2 heads, 4 arms, and 4 legs. Nonetheless, the people have been very highly effective, and so God was afraid and break up them in half. The impact of this was that folks have been drawn to their different half, forming connections which are a lot deeper than a typical romantic relationship. They basically spent their complete life searching for this individual, who was as soon as their different half. Upon discovering them, they expertise excessive euphoria and happiness, and all the pieces appears to be excellent. However, is it actual? Twin flames, is it actual? The dual flame concept is actually an attention-grabbing one, however, is it actual? This can be an excellent query and one thing that many individuals additionally surprise about. There are a lot of individuals who imagine that twin flames are completely actual, and there are additionally many individuals who assume that they aren't actual in any respect. Twin flames are a really controversial matter, and it's typically very tough for individuals to discover widespread floor on the subject. If you are curious concerning the thought of dual flames, then you might want to preserve an open thoughts and take a look at to preserve an open coronary heart. A very powerful factor is to preserve your thoughts open, however, to additionally keep practical. If you permit yourself to be drawn to the dual flame thought, you could discover that it will probably assist you to heal from previous wounds and to open yourself up to a brand new and delightful love. Nonetheless, this will also be harmful floor, as a number of the issues which are normal in twin flame lovers level to fairly unhealthy relationship dynamics. I counsel that if you are questioning about how actual all of that is and what you ought to do, to ask an expert for recommendation. The advisors at Psychic Supply are extremely educated about twin flames and have a really grounded method to your complete matter, which implies they are going to be in a position to clarify to you what you are feeling and why. Not simply that, they will additionally assist you navigate your connections in a wholesome manner. Click on right here to get your individual love studying. Ultimately, you can't say for certain if twin flames are actual or not, it's the idea and thought, and everyone could have a distinct interpretation of that. What's actual undoubtedly nonetheless is the love. Are twin flames in love with one another? One other query that folks typically ask is that if twin flames are in love with one another. This can be a very attention-grabbing query, and one that's normally not too tough to reply. Twin flames are actually two halves of the identical soul, so once they come collectively, they're drawn to one another like magnets. It is because they've been stated to be drawn to one another in previous lifetimes, and haven't been in a position to unite with each other. They're drawn to one another as a result of their unfinished enterprise that they need to end on this lifetime. As their souls reunite and turn out to be complete once more, they are going to be in a position to transfer ahead and discover peace. Due to this deep connection, twin flames are sometimes in love with one another in a really deep and profound manner. The love between twin flames shouldn't be the identical because the love that exists between different couples, it's one thing that's solely completely different, and one thing that many individuals have by no means skilled earlier than. Now, some twin flames are solely pals and preserve their relationship platonic, however even then there's a deep love current that can't be denied. Both manner, the reply is normally sure. Twin flames are in love with one another. How do you know in case your twin flame feels the identical? If you are questioning in case your twin flame feels the identical manner that you do, then there are a number of ways in which you can discover out. The very first thing that you can do is to be open and trustworthy along with your twin flame. If you have been feeling a connection along with your twin flame and you need to discover it additional, then inform them. Be trustworthy with them and open up about how you are feeling. A good way to do that is to write your twin flame a letter. Ship them a card or write them an extended email that is stuffed with all the pieces that you are feeling and all the pieces that you actually need to say to them. In case your twin flame is similar manner, then they may really feel the identical connection to you and can need to discover that deeper connection. If you don't inform your twin flame how you really feel, then you could miss out on a very life-changing connection. Nonetheless, if that is actually your twin flame, then you will seemingly already know that they really feel the identical manner as a result of your instinct might be fairly loud. Twin flame deep love. Twin flames are supposed to be two halves of the identical soul that come collectively on this lifetime to discover deep love. If you have discovered love along with your twin flame, then you have discovered a lover who's deeply related to you on each degree together with spiritually. Twin flame relationships are sometimes described based mostly on the concept of a romantic soulmate. However, they're additionally far more than that. As twin flames, you and your associate are related on a soul degree, so you can actually perceive one another in a manner that's far more profound than some other relationship. Twin flames are meant to be two halves of the identical soul that come collectively on this lifetime to discover real love. Real love is a really mysterious factor that many individuals will spend their complete lives looking for. If you have discovered your twin flame, then you have been given the present of real love. This love is extra profound than something you might ever think about. However, some issues is usually a bit complicated. What's that means of dual flame mirroring? One other query that folks typically have about twin flames is what that means of dual flame mirroring is. In common relationships, individuals find out about one another by way of communication and spending time collectively. Twin flames have been collectively in previous lifetimes in order that they know one another very nicely already, which means they already know one another and that they already know all the pieces about one another, even when it's not on a aware degree. Now, as a result of at their core, they're the identical soul, they may see features of themselves within the different individual. This may be extremely triggering. You see, each time we see features of ourselves that we don't love in different individuals, we choose it closely. With twin flames, that is clearly much more intense as a result of they get mirrored virtually all their qualities again to them, which makes for lots of triggers that need to be labored by way of. Twin flame card that means one other attention-grabbing matter associated to twin flames is twin flame playing cards. Many individuals have skilled synchronicity when it comes to discovering their twin flame, and this typically includes a tarot card. There are a lot of completely different tarot card meanings, however, amongst people who relate to twin flames is the Lovers. The Lovers is without doubt one of the commonest twin flame tarot card meanings. It represents twin souls coming collectively and discovering one another on this lifetime. Is sensible, doesn't it? There are different tarot playing cards that symbolize twin flame connections too. However, possibly you'd be higher off asking a professional at Psychic Supply for assistance on that. Do twin flames take a look at one another? The quick reply is yes. Twin flames take a look at one another rather a lot, particularly at the start of the connection. Nearly all the pieces will really feel like a take a look at as a result of your souls and our bodies are attempting to determine what's going on. So as to set up belief, twin flames would possibly actually go exhausting with testing each other. However, this actually relies on the connection and the two companions. Everyone seems to be completely different. Whereas there are some issues that may be stated for all twin flames, in the long run everyone seems to be completely different and each expertise might be distinctive. What's true for some individuals doesn't essentially need to be true for you and your twin flame. Don't stress yourself an excessive amount with concepts and ideas, and easily see how this relationship unfolds and what you can be taught from it. Without stress is normally when issues like this work one of the best.